Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is that time. Meat Market Fantasy Football League playoffs. Really excited to get started. Um, it's been a fun season. I want to thank the other 7 individuals that played in the Meat Market League. And let's break it down a little bit. So JSD's is in semifinal number 1 with his team D's Nuts. And yeah, I mean, he was number 1 in the league, number 1 in the division. And he's going to be a tough matchup. And number 4, so he's had a record of 10-5, and won 5 in a row to close out the season. Fearless leader, myself, Mighty Meat. I finished 4th in the league, 2nd in the division, and had a record of 8-7. So this is how the teams kind of break down. Again, he was number 1 in the division, number 1 in the league, and 10-5 overall. His quarterback Josh Allen. Running backs are Derrick Henry and Kyren Williams. He has 3 wide receivers: Mike Evans, Brandon Ayuk, and DK Metcalf. Travis Kelce at tight end. Harrison Butker is his kicker. And pretty good group, pretty good lineup. He puts up a lot of points. And like I said, will be a formidable opponent going into the playoffs. He actually scored the most points in our league this year with 1,906.9. So yeah, good job. Good job, D's. I hope you have the worst week ever. Fearless Leaders team, probably the best team. I put up the second most points, 1,878.44. And my team consists of, name a quarterback this week because I've went through so many. Running backs Rachaad White and Alvin Kamara, Stephon Diggs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Puka Nacua at wide receiver. Sam Laporta at tight end, and Jake Elliott is my kicker. So naturally, I think that this one's going to be an upset, and Fearless Leader is going to move on to the fantasy football finals. But time will tell. That's my projection. All right, semifinal number 2. We have Terraland with the Cougars, who finished 2nd in the league and 1st in her division. She also had a record of 10-5 versus Dog Mama, who finished 2nd in her division, 3rd overall in the league in the regular season, and had a record of 9-6-0. So Dog Mama's team: Patrick Mahomes, running back Zach Moss and Breece Hall, wide receivers Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and Drake London. Taysom Hill at tight end, which I feel like is cheating, and Jason Sanders is the kicker. Dog Mama again will be taking on the Cougars. The Cougars consist of Jalen Hurts at quarterback, Najee Harris, Jahmyr Gibbs, the Lions rookie sensation, and Saquon Barkley at running back. I believe she's the only person to flex the running back. The rest of us all have wide receivers. Deebo Samuel and Jamar Chase at wide receiver, David Njoku at tight end, and Tyler Bass is kicking. This one looks like a pretty good matchup as well. Pretty evenly matched. They're within 8 points. Dog Mama put up 1,714.48, and the Cougars put up 1,706.22. So very close. and score. I think it's going to be a good matchup. Looking at the matchup between the players and teams, this one's a close one. I'm going to give the slightest of edge to Taylor and the Cougars, but that is a very, very slight edge. Very, very slight. That's going to be a good one to watch. So moving into the consolation game, we have Fiery Red coming at number 5. Fiery was 3rd in the division, 5th overall. Had a little bit of a losing streak to end the season, but finished 8-7, taking on Mystic Spiders, number 4 in the division, number 8 overall, 8 of 8, and by far the worst record of 3-12. Fiery's team consists of Justin Fields at quarterback, Christian McCaffrey and Bijan Robinson at running back, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, and Devontae Smith at wide receiver, Juwan Johnson at tight end, and Young Ho Koo as his kicker. I like this team if we were playing Keeper League, or I like this team as a real team. There's a lot of young talent and stuff there, but it didn't, just barely missed out on the playoffs. Came down to a head-to-head and points. The Spiders, Trevor Lawrence at quarterback, Joe Mixon and Josh Jacobs at running back, Cooper Kupp, CeeDee Lamb, and Jalen Waddle at wide receiver, Dallas Goedert at tight end, and Riley Patterson, kicker. I think Fiery wins this game pretty easily. Consolation game 2, Shenny with the California Hitmen and the Aussie All-Stars. I'll let you guess whose team that is. So the California Hitmen were 3rd in the division, 6th overall, with a record of 7-8. Consists of Tua Tagovailoa, Austin Eckler, and Tony Pollard at running back, Michael Pittman, Chris Olave, and Cortland Sutton as receivers, George Kittle at tight end, and Dustin Hopkins is kicking. And then we have the aforementioned Aussie, 4th in the division, 7th in the league, 2nd worst record, 5-10. Dak Prescott is the quarterback, Aaron Jones and Javonte Williams at running back, Tyreek Hill, Nico Collins, Justin Jefferson at wide receiver, Tyler Higbee at tight end, and Justin Tucker kicking. I wanted Tyreek Hill so bad I tried to trade for him, but didn't work out. He had a great year. So yeah, decent squad, decent playing. In this game, I give a slight edge to Aussie. I think Aussie's put up some crazy numbers all year, and just consistency seems to be the issue there. So, but yeah, so that is the matchups for the Meat Market Fantasy Football playoffs, and we are going this weekend into playoff mode. So it should be fun. Thanks everybody again for playing, and we'll play again next year for anybody who's interested. All right, I'll catch y'all later. Take care.